My friends, let me ask you something powerful. Do you realize that every single night while you're sleeping, your muscles could be slowly shrinking away? Yes, even if you're active, even if you're eating what you think is enough. After 60, muscle loss, what we call sarcopenia, moves faster than you might imagine. But here's the truth. You don't have to sit back and watch your strength disappear. One small change before bed can help protect those muscles, keep you strong, and allow you to live with energy and independence. Muscles aren't just about lifting weights or looking toned. They're your foundation for movement, balance, metabolism, and even protecting your bones from fractures. After 60, the body naturally begins losing muscle mass at a quicker rate. And if we don't take action, this leads to weakness, fatigue, and a much higher risk of falls and injuries. The good news, what you eat before you sleep can either help your muscles rebuild or let them waste away. As we age, one of the most overlooked changes happening inside our bodies is the way we process protein. Most people think, well, I eat meat, eggs, or beans during the day, so I must be getting enough protein. But here's the truth. Once you hit your 60s and beyond, your body doesn't respond to protein the way it did when you were younger. At 30, you could eat a piece of chicken at lunch, and your muscles would use those amino acids effectively to repair and rebuild. But now, your body is less efficient. It doesn't absorb and utilize protein in the same way. That means even if you're eating what looks like a healthy diet, you may not be giving your muscles what they need when they need it most. And the most critical time for repair and rebuilding is when you sleep. During those nighttime hours, your body goes into recovery mode. Cells are repairing, hormones are balancing, tissues are healing, and ideally, muscles are rebuilding. But if your body doesn't have the right supply of amino acids at that time, instead of building muscle, it can actually break it down. This is where the problem lies. Without the right nutrition before bed, you might unknowingly be losing muscle every single night. This muscle loss is not just a small issue. It's something doctors call sarcopenia, and it accelerates with age. From your 40s onward, you naturally lose about 3–5% of your muscle mass every decade, and by your 60s, that loss speeds up dramatically if nothing is done to counteract it. Think about that. You could be eating a balanced breakfast, a good lunch, and a solid dinner, but if your muscles aren't getting a slow and steady stream of protein while you sleep, they will continue to shrink, and the scary part is, most people don't feel this happening until it's already affected their daily life. They notice they can't lift things as easily, they tire more quickly, or they feel wobbly on their feet. What's happening behind the scenes is this nightly breakdown of muscle tissue. Now, why does this happen specifically at night? Because when you go hours without food, your body needs fuel to keep all its systems running. Your heart, your brain, your lungs, your immune system. If it can't find enough fuel in your bloodstream, it looks to your muscles as a backup source. Your body literally breaks down muscle proteins into amino acids to keep things moving. So instead of repairing, you're depleting. It's like trying to build a house, but every night someone sneaks in and takes away a few bricks. Over time, the structure weakens. That's what's happening to your muscles if you're not fueling them properly before bed. The other problem is that many people believe that protein needs are lower as you get older. In reality, the opposite is true. Your body needs even more high-quality protein in your later years to keep muscles strong because it's not as efficient at using what you give it. That means timing becomes just as important as quantity. Eating protein at breakfast and lunch is good, but it won't carry your muscles through the long stretch of fasting at night. Without that slow, steady release of amino acids, your muscles end up being sacrificed for energy. So the problem is clear. It's not just about how much protein you eat during the day. It's about whether your muscles are getting enough while you sleep. If you don't address this, you risk losing muscle faster, which leads to weakness, frailty, and a whole cascade of health issues. The great news, though, is that this problem has a very simple solution, and just by understanding what's really happening inside your body, you're already taking the first step to protecting your strength and independence. When your muscles start shrinking, it's not something you notice all at once. It creeps up slowly, little by little, until one day you realize that simple things feel harder than they used to. You go to pick up a grocery bag and it feels heavier. You climb a flight of stairs and your legs feel tired halfway up. You bend down to tie your shoes and you feel stiff and unsteady. These may seem like small inconveniences at first, but they are signals that your body is losing the strength it once had. And when that strength continues to decline, daily life starts to change in ways you never expected. Tasks that once felt effortless begin to require more energy and focus. This gradual weakening of the muscles has a direct impact on your confidence as well. You may notice yourself avoiding activities you once enjoyed, like gardening, going for a walk, or playing with your grandchildren. Instead of looking forward to these things, you start worrying, what if I get tired? What if I lose my balance? That constant worry chips away at your independence. And independence is one of the most precious things we all want to hold onto as we age. Now think about the long-term picture. Muscle loss isn't just about being weaker. It changes the way your entire body functions. Your muscles act like engines that burn calories and keep your metabolism running smoothly. When you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down. That makes it easier to gain weight, especially around the belly, and much harder to burn it off. And we know that carrying extra weight around the midsection increases the risk for diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic health problems. So the shrinking of your muscles is not just affecting your strength, it's affecting your overall health in a big way. Another major concern is balance and stability. Muscles are what protect you when you stumble or lose your footing. Strong legs and a strong core catch you before you fall, but when muscle mass disappears, that safety net disappears too. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury in older adults, and weak muscles are a big part of the reason why. A simple trip on a rug or a misstep on the stairs can turn into a life-changing injury when your body doesn't have the strength to stabilize itself. And recovering from a fall when your muscles are already weak becomes even more difficult, leading to a cycle of more weakness and less mobility. There's also the impact on your posture and joints. When muscles weaken, your posture begins to change. The shoulders slump forward, the back rounds, and walking becomes less steady. This doesn't just affect how you look. It puts extra stress on your joints, especially the knees, hips, and spine. That added pressure can lead to pain, stiffness, and a higher risk of arthritis flare-ups. Suddenly, moving becomes not only harder, but more painful. And when movement is painful, people tend to avoid it, which leads to even more muscle loss. But the impact goes beyond the physical. The emotional and mental toll of muscle loss can be just as powerful. Feeling weaker and less capable often leads to frustration, discouragement, and even depression. Many people feel as though they're losing control of their own bodies, and that can be a very scary realization. Energy levels also plummet when muscle mass decreases, making it harder to stay motivated, to stay active, or make healthy choices. So when we talk about muscles disappearing, it's not simply about having less strength at the gym or less tone in your arms. It's about protecting your freedom, your health, and your quality of life. Every bit of muscle you keep is an investment in being able to live the way you want, without fear, without limitation, and with the confidence that you can handle whatever life throws your way. This is why addressing muscle loss before it becomes severe is so critical. Once you understand how deeply it affects every area of your life, you see clearly that taking action is not optional. It's necessary if you want to continue living with strength, energy, and independence. The good news is that while muscle loss sounds like a serious problem, the solution is surprisingly simple and natural. You don't need expensive supplements, complicated diets, or fancy equipment to fight back against muscle breakdown. What your body truly needs is the right kind of fuel at the right time, and one of the most powerful ways to do this is by adding slowed, digesting high-quality protein before bed. This is a simple lifestyle change that can protect your muscles every single night while you sleep. Why protein? Because protein is made up of amino acids, and these amino acids are the building blocks your muscles use to repair and rebuild themselves. During the day, you move, you bend, you lift, and your muscles experience tiny amounts of stress and breakdown. Nighttime is when the repair happens, but if your body doesn't have a steady supply of amino acids while you sleep, it will pull them from your muscles instead, causing further loss. That's why eating the right food before bed is so powerful. It provides your muscles with exactly what they need during the hours when repair and recovery are at their peak. Now, not all protein is the same. Some types are digested quickly, giving you a short burst of amino acids, while others digest slowly, releasing those building blocks steadily through the night. For protecting muscles, the slowed, digesting proteins are the key. One of the best examples is casein, a type of protein found in dairy. Casein is released into your system over several hours, which makes it perfect for bedtime. Foods like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, and milk are rich in casein, and even a small serving can keep your muscles nourished throughout the night. If you're plant-based or prefer non-dairy options, you still have plenty of choices. Soy products, lentils, quinoa, and nuts provide excellent protein. You can make a small plant-based protein shake before bed using soy milk or pea protein powder, and your muscles will thank you for it. The important thing is not the exact food, but the fact that you're giving your body a steady drip of protein instead of letting it go without for 7 or 8 hours while you sleep. This doesn't mean you need to eat a full meal before bed. In fact, keeping it light is important so you don't disturb your sleep. A half cup of cottage cheese with some fruit, a small bowl of Greek yogurt, or a warm glass of milk is more than enough to make a big difference. The point is to create a nightly routine where your muscles are never left starving during the repair window. Just like you brush your teeth every night to protect them, you can think of this as brushing your muscles from the inside out, protecting them, strengthening them, and giving them what they need. Last, beyond protein, pairing it with a little healthy fat can also be helpful, because fat slows digestion and keeps you satisfied longer. A spoonful of nut butter with your yogurt, or a few almonds alongside a warm glass of milk, can stretch the release of nutrients even further. This simple habit helps you wake up stronger, not weaker. And here's another natural bonus: foods like Greek yogurt and cottage cheese also contain calcium and magnesium, minerals that not only support muscle function, but also improve sleep quality. That means you're not only protecting your muscles, but also promoting a deeper, more restorative rest. Better sleep means better recovery, and better recovery means stronger muscles. So the solution to muscle loss at night isn't about doing more, stressing more, or making your life harder. It's about making a small adjustment that's simple, natural, and easy to stick with. By choosing the right protein, rich food before bed, you're working with your body instead of against it. You're creating an environment where your muscles can rebuild instead of shrink. This is a powerful way to take control of your health and to fight back against the muscle loss that tries to creep in with age. And the beauty is, you can start this tonight. When it comes to putting this into practice, the key is making it simple and realistic so you can stick with it every single night. It doesn't take a complicated meal or a special supplement to fuel your muscles before bed. In fact, the best strategies are the ones that fit right into your current lifestyle without adding stress. Let's start with the easiest example, cottage cheese. Just half a cup before bed gives you a steady supply of slow digesting casein protein. You can eat it plain if you like, or make it more enjoyable by adding a few berries on top, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even a drizzle of honey if you want a touch of sweetness. It's light, satisfying, and most importantly, it nourishes your muscles all night long. Another excellent option is Greek yogurt. This is a powerhouse food because it's loaded with protein, especially the thicker varieties. A small bowl of plain Greek yogurt with some chopped nuts or seeds sprinkled over it is not only a great source of protein, but also provides healthy fats and minerals that help your muscles function better. You don't need a large portion, just a few spoonfuls are enough to make a difference. The best part is, Greek yogurt is easy to find, affordable, and versatile, so you can prepare it in many different ways to keep it interesting. For those who prefer something warm and comforting at night, a glass of milk is a simple yet powerful choice. Regular cow's milk naturally contains casein protein, but if you're plant-based, soy milk is a fantastic alternative because it's one of the few plant proteins that contains all the essential amino acids. Warming it up before bed not only helps digestion, but can also calm your nervous system, helping you fall asleep more easily. Some people like to add a pinch of turmeric or cinnamon for flavor and extra health benefits, turning it into a soothing nighttime ritual. If you like variety, another idea is to make a small protein smoothie. You don't need anything fancy. Just blend some milk or plant milk with a scoop of casein or plant-based protein powder, maybe add a small piece of banana or a few frozen berries, and you have a tasty, muscle-friendly bedtime snack. It's quick, easy to prepare, and you can adjust it depending on your taste. This is especially helpful for people who may not feel like eating solid food late at night, but still want to give their body the nutrients it needs. Beyond the foods themselves, there are a few practical tips that make this routine even more effective. First, keep it light. You're not trying to eat a second dinner right before bed. A small snack that provides 10 to 20 grams of protein is plenty to support your muscles through the night. Eating too much can disrupt your sleep, so the focus should be on quality, not quantity. Second, make it part of your routine. Just like brushing your teeth or washing your face before bed, a small protein-rich snack can become a habit that you don't even think twice about. Consistency is what delivers results over time. Another tip is to prepare ahead of time. If you know you'll be tired at night, portion out some cottage cheese or yogurt in a small container earlier in the day so it's ready for you. That way, you won't be tempted to skip it or grab something unhealthy out of convenience. You can even keep healthy nighttime snacks in a dedicated spot in your fridge, so they're always easy to find. Planning ahead takes away excuses and makes it effortless to stay on track. Finally, listen to your body. Not everyone feels hungry before bed, and that's okay. This isn't about forcing yourself to eat. It's about choosing a small, intentional snack that fuels your muscles. If you're really not in the mood for food, even half a glass of milk or a small handful of nuts can provide valuable nutrients. The goal is not perfection, it's consistency. Every little effort you make sends your muscles the message that you're taking care of them. When you put these practical steps into action, you'll start noticing subtle changes. You may wake up with more energy, feel stronger when you move throughout the day, and notice less stiffness in your body. These small improvements add up, reinforcing the fact that your nightly habit is making a difference. Over time, this becomes more than just a snack. It becomes a ritual of self-care, a way of protecting your strength and independence so you can continue living with vitality. And the beauty of it all is that it's simple, affordable, and doable for anyone. The real magic in protecting your muscles after 60 doesn't come from doing something once in a while. It comes from creating habits that you can repeat day after day, year after year, without even thinking about them. Consistency is what tells your body this is the new normal. It's the steady, repeated signals that your muscles receive that determine whether they're going to grow stronger or shrink away. You can eat the perfect protein-rich snack before bed once or twice, and yes, it will help a little, but the real results come when you do it every night, just like brushing your teeth. Habits are powerful because they become automatic, and once something becomes automatic, it no longer feels like a chore. It just becomes part of who you are. Think about it this way: if you plant a seed and water it once, nothing much will happen. But if you water it regularly, day after day, that seed grows into a strong plant. Your muscles work the same way. A single act of nourishment won't change much, but a consistent routine of fueling your muscles before bed sends the message to your body that rebuilding and repair are the priority. Over weeks and months, this becomes visible in your strength, your energy, and your confidence in daily life. One of the best ways to build consistency is to tie this new habit to something you're already doing. For example, if you already drink a glass of water or tea before bed, add your protein snack at the same time. If you always watch the news or read a book in the evening, let that be your cue to grab your yogurt or prepare a small shake. By linking the new habit to an old one, your brain doesn't have to work hard to remember. It just flows naturally into your routine. It's also important to start small. Many people fail at building new habits because they try to change too much at once. You don't need to completely overhaul your diet overnight. Simply add one small protein-rich food before bed and stick with it. Once it feels natural, you can experiment with variety. Maybe switching between cottage cheese, yogurt, or a small smoothie to keep things interesting. The key is that you don't overwhelm yourself in the beginning. Simplicity leads to consistency, and consistency leads to results. Accountability can also help. If you have a spouse, family member, or friend who's also looking to improve their health, share the habit with them. Make it a small nightly ritual together. When you involve someone else, you're less likely to skip because you know someone else is counting on you. Even writing it down in a journal or checking it off on a calendar can give you a small sense of accomplishment that keeps you motivated to continue. Another secret to consistency is noticing the benefits. When you begin to feel stronger in your legs, when you realize you can walk farther without getting tired, or when you notice your posture improving, take a moment to celebrate those victories. These positive changes reinforce your commitment to the habit. The more you notice the benefits, the more excited you'll be to keep doing it. Of course, consistency doesn't mean perfection. Life happens. You might miss a night here or there, and that's okay. What matters is what you do most of the time. If you stick with your nighttime protein habit 80 to 90% of the time, you're still giving your muscles the steady support they need. Don't let one missed night discourage you or make you think it's not worth continuing. One missed watering doesn't kill the plant. The growth comes from all the days you showed up and cared for it. Lastly, remember that habits aren't just about what you do. They shape who you become. By consistently fueling your muscles before bed, you're not just building strength, you're becoming the type of person who prioritizes their health, their independence, and their future. You're proving to yourself that age doesn't control you. You control how you age. That mindset alone is powerful. So the secret isn't in doing something dramatic or difficult. The secret is in showing up for yourself every night, choosing to nourish your muscles and repeating it until it feels natural. Over time, this habit becomes part of your identity, and the results, more strength, more energy, more independence, become part of your everyday life. That's how consistency transforms small choices into lifelong health. Every day you wake up, you have a choice. You can let time slowly take away your strength, or you can decide to fight back and protect it. The truth is, Muscle loss after 60 is not a life sentence. It's a challenge, and challenges are meant to be overcome. You are not powerless, and you are certainly not too old to make a change. In fact, every healthy decision you make right now carries more weight than ever before. The small choices you make today will determine how strong, mobile, and independent you'll be tomorrow, next year, and 10 years from now. That's why I want you to see this habit not just as a nutrition tip, but as a symbol of something much greater, your commitment to yourself. When you give your body the right fuel before bed, you're telling your muscles, I value you, I need you, I'm not giving up on you. That's a powerful message, and it creates a ripple effect throughout your entire life. When your muscles are nourished, you feel stronger in the morning. When you feel stronger, you move with more confidence. When you move with more confidence, you engage more with life instead of holding back out of fear or fatigue. It's amazing how one small, consistent action can change the way you carry yourself through the world. I know some people think, it's too late for me, I've already lost too much muscle, but let me tell you that's simply not true. Research shows that no matter your age, your muscles respond when you give them the right nutrition and activity. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s regain strength they thought was gone forever. Your body is designed to heal, to rebuild, to adapt. As long as you give it the right tools, it will fight for you. That should give you hope, because it means you are never too old to get stronger. The motivational takeaway here is simple. You are in control of how you age. You can't stop the clock, but you can decide whether the years ahead will be filled with weakness and limitation, or with vitality and freedom. By fueling your muscles at night, by choosing protein instead of letting your body starve, you are literally choosing independence over dependence. You're choosing to keep walking on your own instead of relying on someone else's arm. You're choosing to climb stairs instead of avoiding them. You're choosing to enjoy life on your terms, not let frailty dictate what you can and cannot do. I want you to picture yourself a year from now. Imagine the strength in your legs when you stand up from a chair without hesitation. Imagine the energy you feel when you wake up in the morning ready to move through your day. Imagine walking with your head high, knowing your muscles are supporting you. That future is built by the choices you make tonight and every night after. Don't underestimate the power of these small, consistent steps. They build the foundation for a stronger tomorrow. And remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. It's about making the decision to take care of yourself even when it feels like no one is watching. Every glass of milk, every spoonful of yogurt, every handful of nuts before bed is like a brick you're adding to the fortress of your health. With time, those bricks build a strong, unshakable foundation, and that foundation carries you forward with strength, confidence, and independence. So here's the challenge I'll leave with you. Start tonight. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't think I'll start next week. The time is now. Your muscles are waiting for you to give them what they need. Make the choice, fuel your body, and keep moving forward. Each night you follow through, you'll know deep inside that you're not just eating a snack. You're building a stronger, healthier version of yourself. That, my friends, is the true power of small, consistent action, and it's what will keep you living strong at every age. Let me remind you, your age is not your limitation, it's your motivation. Every single day you have a choice to feed your body what it needs or to let time steal your strength away. By making this one small change, you're telling yourself, I choose health, I choose strength, I choose independence. That is powerful. So tonight, before you lay your head down, give your muscles the gift of nourishment. Protect them, rebuild them, and keep your body strong. Remember, it's never too late to take charge of your health, because every choice you make is shaping the future of your strength. Stay strong, stay motivated, and keep moving forward.